think Red Bull are going to be good, very, very strong here. But what I like about this, you definitely have Ferrari. They're brilliant down a straight line. This is a smooth track, so they're going to be, their balance is a little off with the Ferrari now. So a smooth track is going to help them keep that grip and the balance. Red Bull, of course, they are good on smooth tracks, so that's going to help them. McLaren, they've come on, I think personally, leaps and bounds. Now you could say, well, it's only a 0.5%, but that is leaps and bounds, guys, when we're getting up to the top end of the grid here, because that is everything or nothing. So I think we're going to have 3 teams that are going to be on it. It's going to be close. It could come down to one pit stop. We saw Lando Norris already a few weeks ago. He got lucky with the safety car and he wins the race. Then a few races ago, he gets unlucky with the safety car and he loses the race. Now, Mercedes, on the other hand, they could be the dark horse. Now, you're probably wondering, why haven't I mentioned Mercedes? I honestly think it's too early to judge for Mercedes yet, like only a few years ago when George Russell won at Brazil. If anybody remembers this race, George Russell won in Brazil, but then for the rest of the year, they were nowhere. They were struggling. So it just, sometimes a track can suit you. And I think at the moment, I honestly wouldn't have thought really Mercedes would have gone well around Canada. But you see again, you never know. An upgrade on your car could fix everything. So let's see what happens. You can't rule them out. Of course not. Of course not. I just wouldn't put them in the top 3. I think we're going to have Verstappen put it on Ferrari off pole, and then Norris in 3rd. In the race, I wouldn't be surprised if actually McLaren or Ferrari win this one. I can't go with either which one. I'm going to go with either which one. Leclerc or Lando Norris for the win. Oh, I'll go with one. Norris for the win. I think that might be a bit hopeful thinking, but fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Lando for the win, Verstappen in 2nd, and Leclerc in 3rd. And if that happens, okay, Verstappen's still scoring points, but Norris is just chewing away at the lead. And all it takes, guys, even if they have to grind out the year, and Ferrari or McLaren, let's say, before we close it off, let's say Ferrari and McLaren win every race for the rest of the year, and Red Bull come in 2nd. That could mean everything. Or even if Verstappen has a 3rd. That will get you to the championship. That will win you the championship. It's still early enough. But again, you've got to be on the ball here. You've got to be winning. You've got to be finishing. No more podiums. No more 4th positions. Everything or nothing. So, high stakes, guys. Very high stakes for both McLaren and Ferrari. Can they do it? We're about to see. Guys, we'll be back on Monday morning with our highlights from Spain. Thanks for listening.
Walsh running the Irish green, and look at the move he's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front. What a move from 5th all the way to the lead in lap 1.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter Walsh.